Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's Lair. I'm your host, Larry, and we're back for another round of free indie game action here today. I have decided to take a little bit of a break for maybe an episode or two from playing a bunch of stuff on itch.io, and today we're going to be playing some games on Gamejolt, so I've decided to name this game, well, this series, Jolted, just because it sounds fancy. And we're going to be playing Bitsturbed today. This is sort of like a retro 2.5D shooter, kind of like Doom, that is made, coded, and done all the art by Tristan Dean, with music by Scott Hunter down here. And this was a game that looks to have been released last year, and it's just a free shooter. It's kind of simple and cutesy, but it does a really good job with the medium, I think. So we're just gonna start a new game on normal, and it looks like the idea here is that we're some type of virus that has been activated and sent into a computer. So I don't know if we ourselves are the virus or what's going on, but if so, that makes it seem like we're living in some type of Tron-like universe where we invade other worlds and shoot things. So here we are. We're inside of some mysterious facility, and we start out with just a pistol, and that's about it. We gotta run through here and kill all of these bad boys. And they are green, mean, and would really like to nibble on your flesh, which may or may not be your type of deal. I know plenty of people with weird fetishes, so maybe getting eaten is one of them. It's certainly not mine. I prefer when people leave my organs inside of my body and don't try to inspect them with their teeth. I'm needy, I know, but that's just the name of the game. So the whole idea here is this is your classic Doom / Duke Nukem setup, where you just run through here and murder everything that you encounter. You find pickups, you find new weapons, and you get some health packs here and there, and that's about it. You just kill everything. The game just ramps up slowly, and eventually you get cool new weapons like this machine gun. Although, arguably, the machine gun is not the best weapon in this game. It has a really fast fire rate, but this is very classic old-school games, where the upgraded guns, they shoot faster, but they don't necessarily do a ton more damage. So now we're starting to get some new critters here. We got the little purple ones that do like, it's like they spit radioactive snot at you and try to murder you with it. But since this is a 2.5D shooter style game, well actually technically I suppose this particular version, this is probably a proper 3D game that just uses 2D sprites. But all you gotta do is lightly strafe to either side and you can avoid 99.9% of the projectiles that are aimed at your delicious face. So let's see, I could have sworn there was another direction I could go in here. Is it up here? Maybe? The trouble with this game is it's very easy to get disoriented and lose your place, but I can tell by the sound in the background that one of these areas has more things in it for me to kill, but screw it. I don't need to 100% completion this game. I don't even know if that's possible. This is one of those things where, like, not every pathway that you see you can go to kind of a deal. Oh yeah, we got some more ammo. So I kind of like this game. I mean, I've always been a fan of these old classic style shooters that are almost 2.5D. And a game that incorporates that and just makes it kind of fun with good pixel art or good textured art if you're trying to go a little higher res than normal, that's all good stuff as far as I'm concerned. And now here is the guy that will lead us to the next part of the mission. And the other thing I wouldn't mind showcasing to you guys is the fact that this game actually has a fair bit of destructible terrain to it. You can shoot the grass, you can shoot the trees, you can shoot the chairs, and you can attempt to shoot Billy here. But it doesn't really do anything, unfortunately. So, oh, hang on there a minute. I'll just get out of my costume and talk to you real quick, Larry. Oh, there we go. Why, hello, my name is Twerp. I'm a bitologist studying these creatures. What brings you all the way out here? Well, if you'd like, we could head over to the town. I'd stay here, but you've killed everything that I was researching, so I guess fuck it. So yeah, that's about it. It's a game where you run around and you shoot people. You can talk to this old man, you can hang out in town here, and you can continue to maul these guys to death. There's not really a crazy load of story to this, it's just you're running around killing things, and that's about it. Although I will shoot all of his stuff. Alright, welcome to my home. The town is a bit further. Go on ahead, I'll meet you there. You should have no trouble, the path is quite linear. I didn't really read the rest of the game page for this. I just thought it looked cool when I was looking up the top free games on Gamejolt. But this might have actually been created for, like, the first-person shooter game jam, or one of the other game jams that are held throughout the year by different entities. Because it's very full-fledged, and it looks like it had a sort of goal behind its creation that would lead to the making of a more robust game, but it's hard to say. That's not always the case. Sometimes people just get a wild hair up their bum, and they're like, today I'm going to make a video game. Oh, is that really all that's in here? I guess. Not sure what these blue things are hanging from the ceiling. Power cables, maybe? So the other thing that this game has is it's a very classic, almost Duke Nukem-y style game, where you have a selection of different weapons, and they basically mirror, like, Doom/Duke Nukem. So here's, like, the power shotgun, which is great for taking out massive hordes of enemies. You've got a Gatling gun later, you get a rocket launcher. All those classic weapons from a bygone time. Boop. These frickin' purple guys eventually get to be so numerous that they will fondle your butt. Pretty good, actually. So they are very annoying, and I prefer them corpsey. Fresh and corpsey. Oh, come on, you. Stop moving around so much. Trying to shotgun you to death. Although, what this does remind me of is that my favorite weapons inside of Killing Floor 2 were the shotguns, because if you wanted to clear out a hallway full of all the sort of trash mob enemies, the best way of doing that was to get the support specialist guy's shotgun, the double barrel shotgun, and walk up and blast both barrels down a hallway, and it absolutely obliterates anything and everything down that hallway. Probably one of the most efficient weapons inside of Killing Floor 2, and definitely the most efficient weapon inside of the original Killing Floor. You know, it's weird. I'm not used to games that have it so that you can run out of your main ammo, like, right off the bat. That's a new thing for me. Alright, come on, everyone pile up here. Oh, I was trying to blow up the barrel and kill all of you. Now you just made me lose health and look like a dip. I blame all of you for this. Alright, so there's a thing back here. Sometimes the hitboxes in this game are also a little bit wonky, but that's what happens when you have a free game. Not really a huge complaint. I mean, that's just one of those things that needs polish if you were going to develop this game into its own shooter, but I don't know that the developer of this is gonna do that. Sometimes people just make this stuff for fun, because, like I'm sure a lot of people suspect, it is a massive pain in the ass. Oh hey, there's a red guy. So now we got the little red Greebly monsters. I'm not 100% sure what those do. I think they're just really fast and they nibble you for extra damage, but I am not certain. That said, they are kind of nifty in that they are without eyeballs, and they shimmy real good and real fast. So yeah, like, as I'm sure you might have suspected, you know, actually publishing a game can be a very time-consuming and costly endeavor. But I think it would be interesting for more people to try selling games like this out on platforms like itch.io or Gamejolt. Because you can buy games on these platforms, and I think it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility for you, oh hi giant scary monsters, for you to try to create like, this as the free demo of the game, and then you get like a more updated, fleshed out version that has a story and a bunch more monsters and weapons in it that you can find. Because people always kind of like these games. That's why, for example, the Serious Sam games always do quite well during the Steam sales. It's just, even though it's derpy and you're just murdering things in droves for not a great reason, it don't matter. There we go. Now we've got the frickin' rocket launcher. My very best friend, this rocket launcher. And the other thing that's kind of funny about this game is almost immediately you go from having just a shotgun to having both a Gatling gun and having a rocket launcher, which is flippin' amazing. There we go. Everybody's dead. I love the rocket launcher. It's my best friend. It's the best thing in the universe. We gotta save it. We gotta save it for the biggins. There we go. Well, big inns or big rooms full of stuff. Certainly works. Let's see, where's my Gatling gun? So I think these big gray guys are kind of just tanks of the game. They just kind of come at you for a while, and they take a whole lot of damage before they die. Like 2 or 3 shots from a shotgun, which is a lot of damage. Like, have you ever seen somebody who's been shot with a shotgun? Those wounds are nothing to fuck around with. A shotgun is a very devastatingly dangerous weapon, and it was so dangerously devastating that during one of the world wars, I think it was World War I, Germany actually complained that it was a human rights violation for other countries to use it because it was so effective in trench warfare, the old boomstick. That said, Germany was using gas weapons, so I don't think they had any room to talk in either world war, so, you know. Overall, I really like this game. It's been a lot of fun. Like, it's just kind of mindless mashing and killing, but sometimes at the end of the day, just to work out your stress or to work out your fatigue or your frustrations, you just need to maul things to death. There also doesn't seem to be a mechanic for headshotting in this game, which I'm completely fine with. I feel like too many games crutch lazily on headshotting in their games, and it's kind of not a fun thing anymore. There we go. Finally got one of these bombs to go off, and, well, I got one in the other room, but that was a given. That was the easiest one on the planet. But yeah, I could totally see this becoming its own full-fledged game with a bunch more features to add to the roster. Because I feel like not enough people do that anymore. Like, see about making like $1 or $2 off some purchases. Or doing a pay-what-you-want system. Because pay-what-you-want works out a lot, because people are like, oh, I could pay $1 for this. Or if they're kind of strapped for cash, they can still have fun and play the game. Or if they're a cheap ass. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of people who do that are just cheap assholes. I'd like to think I'm not a cheap asshole because I actually provide a certain amount of press coverage for games like that. I think it's worth $1 at the end of the day. But if not, I mean, I certainly wouldn't be opposed to playing and paying for a fuller-fledged version of this game that happens to include extra pickups, extra gameplay mechanics, extra weapons and stuff. All that sounds delicious as far as I'm concerned. Especially if you add like a really goofy, fun story. Like, that's always the 10 out of 10 material. Where did I come from? Oh, there's a dude here. Did I come from in here? Nope, there's things to kill. There we go. I wouldn't mind a melee weapon in this game either. Like, hit V to smash things with like your metal iron covered gauntlets of murder and doom. That would be great. And then maybe some more visual diversity in some of these animals. Because I know that they're all supposed to be part of the same species, in different subcategories of the same alien species beyond that. But I feel like they could all look a little bit more heinous and different to provide better visual variety. And now I am proper lost, so maybe like a mini-map would be cool as well. So I don't lose my path. Where did I come out of? I was through here. There's a path here. Oh, hello. You're alive, so I must be in the right direction. Is there more stuff to maul down here? Yes! Come to Larry. Come, my children, I must murder you. I didn't get as far last night when I was checking the game out to make sure it ran and recorded well. I didn't check to see if there was a boss yet, so we might end up encountering something like that in a moment here. Here we are, there's another little red guy. I also like how you can properly get hung up on all of these objects in the game. Like the trees and everything. It's really annoying when you're backing up, but I can understand it as a worthwhile obstacle. And it gives me a reason to torment the environment by shooting the shit out of it, as opposed to my usual, which is I just shoot things for the sake of shooting things. Oh, excuse me. Larry is having a bit of a dry throat because it's allergy season now. Hey, look, a person. An ominous ammo cache. How ominous. Oh, is that a boss? Okay, that probably means boss time, which is flippin' great. Is this guy a boss? Is he gonna, like, transform and fondle my butt? I'll bet he is. Let's get all the ammo first. I've also really enjoyed the fact that you don't need to reload in this game. Like, if we're in a digital construct of a world, if you've got ammo, that's all you need. So let's see what this guy says. You hurt us. You kill us. Chief here soon. Chief eat you. Chief here, kill you, and Chief eat you. Okay. Alright, so just a gigantic gargantuan fondle monster. Noted. And it kind of alright. I was just expecting that to be just an annoying giant brute. But this one is like a proper enemy. Alright, that's cool. And this guy eats a lot of damage too. And it's nice that they gave him like all the powers of all the rest of the monsters in here. Like, that'll do real nice. Hold on. Wow, that's a lot of red. Is that it? Where's the... I'm gonna kill you. Fuck you. I like how this one actually has a corpse, too. The other one just kind of exploded into bits. Alright, so... what's your deal, Billy? Oh, you are alive? Fancy that. Well done. Saved me the trouble. Yeah, alright. So this game's got it all. It's got bosses, it's got monsters, it's got the Ted Bundy robot experience. I really don't see anything else that you wouldn't love about this game. It breaks the fourth wall a little bit. 10 out of 10 material. I really like this game. So that'll be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your host, Larry. Check out Bitsturbed for yourselves. It's free out on Gamejolt. And I'll catch you guys and gals next time. Bye, everybody, and have a good one.